Feels good. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for helping me hit 1,000 subscribers. You're gonna wanna watch right to the end of this video because I got a surprise for you guys and I wanna give back. So today I wanted to go through the process of getting recruited, how it works, what my experience was like, and some things I learned along the way. Before I start, just know that if you're in your grade 10 year of high school and it is before January 1st, the NCAA does not allow coaches to talk to you, text you, call, emails, anything like that. They're just not allowed to talk to you. So keep that in mind if you're around that age and you're thinking about emailing coaches. To get started, I'll give you guys a brief background of my early hockey career and path to the NCAA. I played midget AAA for 1 year at 15, and then I played junior A in the MJHL from when I was 16 till 19 years old, and then went to Omaha to play college after that. This whole recruiting process really happens in that time period of junior hockey, and fun fact, the average age of Division I players that commit is 18 years old. So what should you guys be doing during this time to help yourself get recruited? Well, there are actually very few key things that you can be doing even if there aren't any schools interested in you yet. The first thing I'm going to mention is make sure your high school grades are good and that you've taken all the core courses needed to be eligible in the NCAA. What this means is that you need the correct high school math, English, science, and so on to get into the future schools that could be recruiting you. Secondly, make sure you promote yourself to teams too, because not everybody will watch you play. I linked a hockey resume in the description that has a good outline for something you can send to coaches. And the third thing that you can do that is important as well is register with the Eligibility Center and look into taking your SAT or ACT. I'm not going to go in depth about this stuff in this video, but you can find all the information about that right here. Besides hockey talent, there's also another huge aspect that schools look for when recruiting players, and that is their grades and ACT/SAT scores. Both of these can have a huge impact on how the recruitment process goes, and the NCAA uses a sliding scale that compares both GPA and ACT to determine if you're eligible. The lower your GPA, the better your SAT/ACT needs to be. These can make such a difference on whether or not you commit to a school, and the last thing that you want to be doing is closing your options so early on. So get good grades in high school. If you truly want to play college hockey, you will try hard in high school. I took the ACT 3 times because I knew that the higher I had, it would just give me more value to the higher ranked schools in the Ivy League. So back to the hockey side of things, when I was in junior hockey, one of the really important events in terms of recruiting was the showcase, because that's when you knew all the coaches would be watching. Know that they will also watch online. It doesn't always have to be in person. If they're interested, they will find ways to watch you. But the showcase is always really good exposure. The showcase after my 19-year-old year was really big for me because I remember talking to my coach after. He had told me that a few college coaches had talked to him on the phone and were interested about me. For me, that's how the recruiting process would begin. It would be a call between the college coach and my coach. Then my coach would tell me that the college coach was interested and that he might give me a phone call or something like that. I did have an advisor too, and just know that it is nice to have someone represent you, but definitely not something that you 100% need. So back to the first phone call with the college team. What you can expect to talk about is really basic things. How's school going? How's the year going? How are your grades? Talk about your game and stuff like that. What follows up after the initial phone calls is that you could probably expect them to come back and watch you play. For me, that was the case, but really it'll depend on how interested they are in you. If things start to get a little more serious after they've watched you play a lot, they could come see you in person, then ask you about going on an official visit. I won't go too in depth on what all happens in these visits in this video, but if you guys want, I can make a video about that too. These visits are paid for by the school, and it is a pretty serious part of the recruiting process because it means the team is very interested in you. If you have the opportunity, definitely go on the visit because you want to check out the school before you commit to living there for the next 4 years. I ended up going on 2 visits, one to Clarkson and then one to Omaha, and I learned from the Clarkson one, just because you go on an official visit does not necessarily mean they're going to offer you a scholarship. There is a good chance they will offer you something though. It might be at the visit or it might be a few weeks after, which is the case for me in Omaha. What that process looked like for me is I got a phone call. They said that they had a scholarship to offer me and I had a few weeks to decide if I wanted to verbally commit there or not. I was offered by Nebraska Omaha my 19-year-old year of junior. I committed there sometime in January, which pretty much takes us to the end of my journey through the recruiting process. Guys, thanks so much for 1K. You can't hit a milestone without celebrating right. So by doing that, I'm going to be giving away one of my game-used Nebraska Omaha hockey sticks. I did not expect to get here this fast, so you guys deserve it. All you have to do to enter is comment what team you play on below, or comment your favorite team, and follow me on Instagram. You cannot win unless you're following. Thanks again, guys. I'll be posting the winner not next week, but the week after. Peace.